Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's almost 3 o'clock on Friday, May 19th, and we do have some storms in the area, so let's get right to it. And before we get started, I want to thank our sponsors, Amen Plumbing and Bacon Roofing. They help make this weather update possible, so thank you to our sponsors, and please go visit them if you need roofing. If you have roofing needs or plumbing needs, go visit Amen Plumbing and Bacon Roofing, respectively. All right, thank you, guys. So this is the current radar situation we have, and thankfully nothing severe in the immediate Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. We do have storms out there, as you can see. They're on the heavy side. Again, nothing severe. We've had a couple severe thunderstorm warnings earlier up north of McKinney. They moved on up into northeast Texas and into southern Oklahoma. So we do have a situation where we do have a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 p.m. So we'll go to those slides here and kind of give you some graphics on what we can expect the rest of the afternoon and early evening. So this is we actually have two severe thunderstorm watches. One is northeast of here. I did not include that one in these graphs, but this is the one that encompasses most of the metroplex. So this is a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 p.m. The most severe type of weather that we could see is hail up to 2 inches in diameter and wind gusts to 70 miles an hour. I think that's going to be very isolated. I don't think you're going to see a lot of widespread reports of that. But I think you will see reports before the day is over of some hail and some scattered wind gust, maybe not to 70 miles an hour, but certainly 40 to 50 miles an hour. Hopefully most of us will escape that. As far as the overall severe weather outlook, again, this is for the whole state of Texas. Do have a level 2 out of 5 severe risk, slight risk. So, don't like to see that, but it's a lot better than enhanced or moderate. So we have a overall severe weather threat from Dallas-Fort Worth Northeast and from Dallas-Fort Worth Southwest, which I talked about in my update around lunchtime. The tornado threat is not very large. It is mainly northeast of Dallas-Fort Worth. I think if there are tornadoes, which I don't think there will be a whole lot anyway, but there are some that most likely will be northeast of Dallas-Fort Worth into southeastern Oklahoma. The hail threat, that's probably our biggest threat today, that and the wind. So the biggest hail threat is southwest of Dallas-Fort Worth. As you may remember from our previous severe weather updates, the hatched area means that that's the greatest chance of seeing 2-inch in diameter hail or greater, and that is what we'll see southwest of Dallas-Fort Worth. Not to say that we couldn't see that in Dallas-Fort Worth, but the chances of that are not very good, thankfully. The severe wind threat, again, 58 miles an hour or greater, just a 2% chance. Again, not saying that an isolated spot in DFW or North Texas could see a severe wind gust, but it's definitely on the low side as far as possibilities. So again, there's a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 p.m. tonight. So this is not going to be a situation where we're going to be looking at this all night long, thankfully. It's just going to be from now until about 8 o'clock, but I would imagine it may even be closer to 7. But again, if these storms slow down or these storms build back up a little bit more than they are right now, then that would definitely be something that would prolong the severe weather threat. So the most pressing concern at the moment is school is letting out. It's about 3 o'clock. And then, of course, the commute home for most of us in a couple hours. And, well, thought I saw a severe thunderstorm warning polygon pop up, but it disappeared. So let's see if it comes back. I wouldn't be shocked to see that, but didn't hear anything. I'm going to check something else here real quick. No, don't see anything on that one. Okay. Oh, I think we do have one here. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Denton County and western Collin County until 3:45. Looks like the hazard is 60 mile an hour wind gust and quarter size hail. Okay, so that's, again, as I always say, certainly something to pay attention to, but it is on the lower end of the severe weather criteria, so that's good. So again, just issued severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Denton County, western Collin County until 3:45. 60 mile an hour wind gust, quarter size hail possible. Doesn't mean it's happening everywhere. All right, so we'll actually put this in motion. See what we got here. So again, this goes back about 3 hours, and these storms started forming really just after 1 o'clock. And so this cluster of storms is what they warned for. Get my little drawing tool going here. So that's the cluster they warned for. So let's see. So if you do live in Frisco, McKinney, Allen, Plano, anywhere north of George Bush Freeway, then definitely keep an eye out on this storm. It's not anything that's going crazy, but it's just something that the weather service felt like it was enough to warn on. So now I think the biggest threat is hail. So let's look at this. So we'll turn on the hydrometer later and just look at hail sizes. And so the red is in this layer is what we want to focus on. So let's kind of point this out. So maybe between Flower Mound and Highland Village, west of Prosper, that's probably what they're seeing on radar as far as the hail threat. Again, nothing huge, so that's good, but definitely out there, something to be concerned about if you're in the western part of Collin County, eastern part of Denton County. Let's see. Let's do the velocity just to make sure that nothing crazy is going on there. No, nothing crazy. But again, you could see I don't see anything that's concerning from a wind gust standpoint, at least at this point. But again, it's not out of the question by any means. So again, if you live in western Collin County, McKinney, Fairview, Allen, Plano, maybe Murphy on the very far end of it, severe thunderstorm warning until 3:45. Nothing crazy, but just something to keep an eye on. All right, so we'll zoom out here a little bit. So what we're actually expecting, and I'll put this in motion, and you can kind of get an idea, and you can see the yellow outline of the counties. That's where the severe thunderstorm watch is until 8 o'clock. You can kind of see this general motion. This cold front that I talked about earlier is going to move through slowly. Once that front passes your location, then you're pretty much good. So really, not exactly, but if you're west of 35W, yeah, you're not out of the woods totally yet, but you're going to be way out of the woods, be out of the woods way before everybody east of there. That's for sure. So I would think that as time goes on, what you'll see some more development down here, and I don't know that you'll see a fill in here, but you could. I think the thing to emphasize here with this whole situation is that not everybody is going to see rain, first and foremost, and number two is that if you do see rain, you do see storms, not everything is going to be severe. So that's another thing. I think just isolated few people will actually see severe weather that meets that criteria. Again, quarter size hail or bigger, 58-mile-an-hour wind gust or stronger. I don't think a lot of people will see that. Certainly, this is not a widespread severe weather event. It's kind of atypical for May. We just don't have, like I said this morning, we just don't have a lot of the ingredients in place to have a widespread severe weather outbreak. Ironically, the atmosphere is pretty unstable, but we don't have a lot of triggers for it, so that's definitely good news. So that's probably wrap it up for now. I don't see any comments in the chat, so that is good. I know it's kind of a busy time for everybody, but just wanted to pop on real quick and let everybody know what the latest was. I'll be watching it, obviously, so the next couple hours will be the most critical time, I would say, between now and 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Unfortunately, that's during rush hour for a lot of us. So just be careful when you drive home, and if there's anything interesting, I will definitely pop back on and let you know. You're welcome, John. I like keeping you updated, especially when we got a busy time of day coming up between 3 and 5. So just right now, the biggest threat is in Collin and Denton counties. Nothing to be too overly concerned about, but just they do have a severe thunderstorm warning for that areas. Just keep that in mind when you are heading out to get the kiddos and heading out from home from work. All right. As always, I'm watching weather, so you don't have to. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I will be back on if I need to. And I appreciate everybody watching, and we will talk to you soon.